All right, we're live. Stream starting soon, as the little dog mentions. We just got to see about what we can do in terms of keeping music going. See if it's compatible at all. We should be okay, but I'm not sure. Let's see. All right, we seem to be in business. This little ear won't stay down. All right, we're in business. This is good. We're grabbing coffee, then we're going to be drawing, and we're back to the sketching phase because we'll go ahead and finish up things after. We got two big things to sketch out that we left for ourselves. A little gift, a deep background, and the second panel itself with a background, I realize. So we got ourselves a full day ahead. Let's get ourselves caffeinated for it, and then we'll go from there. But first, the stream is going to be starting in about, I don't know, 5 minutes? 6 minutes? 2 minutes? Well, whatever. Stream starting soon. That's the idea. Yeah. The other thing we need, chat, is better lighting. These heavy shadows. They look great for the stream starting soon, but they don't. They're not going to work for us with the actual drawing. There. Now we have halfway decent lighting. Just about right. Just a little left, chat. A little more to go. 10 minutes of stream starting soon. All we need now is like a little countdown. Something to indicate what soon might constitute. Soon could be anything. Soon could be right now even. We're just about there. Let's get something typed out into chat. What should we say? All right, let's see. Stream tends to crash, so just hang on tight. I'm not sure what exactly we should write. Whatever we figured out, once we figure it out, we'll be able to use each time. What should we say, chat? All right, let's try this. Stream tends to crash. Stick around. Stream. All right, and send, and then pin. Manually or until end of stream, ironically, because if it crashes, then and there we are. All this pre-stream stuff, chat. Jeez, is this what every other streamer does? All these things that I have to get done. Honestly, chat, sometimes the pre-stream stuff is like the best part. Actually, I mean, that's just to say though, you got to have the regular stream, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't have anything to compare it to. Nah, it's not even true. It's good on its own merits. Nah, let's see if we can make this even better with some co-working, studying, and art. And the music that's gently playing in the background. Now, we've been there. What we're working on now is down here. Let's see. We're gonna have to move this a little, chat. Actually, how about we just move this? Wouldn't that be even better? No, because we got that middle section. How do we fix this, chat? I think we need that that wedge slippy that's been advertised. I should have left the little smiley face one. Oh well. Yeah, just like this. Just like that, right, chat? Right there. It's a good spot. We'll keep it just right there. Her face. How's she gonna look? I guess let's pull up an image of her. That's the only spot that we got of her. So I kind of see where it's gonna look like so. Then this part. Oh no, it should be more like so. Yes, Jen. But that's if. Yeah, that shit looks pretty cool. The eraser's a little little beat up, chat. It's not super easy to use. Oh, we're still drawing right off of the screen. Let's try getting it like so. Something, anything, right? This should work. Alright. Angle's still good. You can't see what I'm drawing, and then you got the pencil right in your face. I like that. Hope you do too. Hope you're all about it. Getting in that first detail, it's essential because it gets the rest of the drawing. You know, you just get excited for it. You get ready for it. Let's get on in there for the rest of it. So let's see if we can't construct the entire character. Let's get us all in there. Her ear is a little more round, chat. So we got that like that. The hair. Then, do we want her like her mouth open or something, chat? Some sort of like maybe like gritted teeth, something to show like point her chin out a little bit. It's pretty much exactly as we have it, chat. There. What do you think? Let's see. And that, of course, tiny little mole right there. Yeah, that's a head sketch, chat. And then now we got to make sure that everything else connects. So I'd really like to just ink her face right now. And with that established, once that's established, we could then go on in and do the rest of her, because the face will already be inked. Normally I'd say, and we'd even be able to just, erase everything, no problem. But actually, what I want to do is push forward just a little bit more with the rest of the body sketch. Let's get all this all through here. Seems like pretty good so far. The upper part of her hair is the longer, so to get it through there like so. Alright. Maybe like that. And we'll see if this looks good once we get rid of this part, which we added in kind of by accident, because we were like, going wild with the hair. That looks all good. Yeah. Let's see if it. All right, remember, chat. It's okay if it doesn't look great in pencil. In fact, here's a secret, chat. It's almost better if the pencil version doesn't look good. Because there's only one version that needs to look great, and that's the inked version. So, what I really want to do is actually screen capture how she looks here in the pencil version, simply because it looks good. What we'll do, yeah, let's see if we can get some focus on there. We'll do our best to get it to, yeah, let's make sure that it looked, yeah, there we go, that's about right. Yeah, it even focused for us, excellent. So, in the future, if we ended up messing up and the inking doesn't look good, I mean, at least we can go back and be like, all right, well, what were we aiming for? Let's try one more time. I haven't really had to have done that. Not because it always comes out great, just because, chat, it's a pain. It's a pain in the rear end to go in and recreate that pencil sketch, just because the inked version didn't come out super great. Normally what ends up happening is just, you make it its own thing. If it needs to be readjusted, if it needs to be altered some way, somehow, you just go in and, make it better based on where it's at right now. But at least we have something going on right here, Chad. If there's anything missing, I think we pretty much got it though, Chad. And then her that part right there, the little filigree. And then of course we'll be adding in the gem effects when we actually ink it. Now, how does her collar look? It's something we gotta remember about. Or rather look up, and there's something else too. I can't forget the little hoodie part. So the collar, let's see what we got here. The other important part is how high does it ride up on her neck. But since everything's being thrown around right now, Chad, since everything is being thrown around, some of that is being altered beyond the way it looks normally. Let's see, where would it be? I know we got the indication of it right here. So is that good enough? Is that all we really need? Like so. And then down. We actually kind of wanted a little larger than that, or at least a bit more angled. Like so. That looks about right. Let's make sure there, let's see what she needs for this. This is a curved little, let's see, like so. And then this. And then like so. And then back up. Then we've got some lines. And then there's that. Next. She doesn't have the most going on because this is an older version, Chad, when the character doesn't have anyhow. We subscribed to a different design doc back then, Chad. So we came across such phrases as how did the person describe it? They go say something like, it's so funny. Drained, like completely yeah, drained of their femininity or something like that. Like just they go great. Another character like that, you know. It's funny. But that was also like not quite a frontier time, but that sort of character, you know, is is becoming safer and safer to design space. So now we're at the point where it's like, nah, you know, been there, done that, seen that plenty of times now. But does that mean you can go either way? Is it safe to be like, yeah, this person, yeah, you know what I mean? It's the issue isn't necessarily safety, chat. The issue is, can you make it good? You know, are you presenting a good story, a good character? And then, are you successfully getting it out there? Because that's a big part of it too, Chad. It's not always enough to have some. No, excuse me. It is not enough to have something good. It's also got to be, you know, published, presented, delivered, advertised. Yeah, there's so much out there, Chad. So many elements, so many steps. I don't think I've done this one right. And we'll leave it be. We'll just leave it be for now. Let's see what we got working with. Yeah, we gotta try that a little different. What are we looking at though? Let's map things out, chat. But yeah, that's a little okay. But because it's angled, so let's angle it, right? So let's go like that. This, there. This is up. This is down. This is over. And that's it. And then this would be like so. Is that a bit better? Did we actually manage an improvement over what we had before? There's no way to know, chat. And the more I look at it, the more, you know. I'll tell you one thing, Chad. It's a lot faster to help someone else out than to look at your own work and be like, oh, yeah, when I put all my effort into that, I was wrong. Like, not because it's hard to admit. It's just, you know, all the thought processes led up to that point, you know? So yeah, fresh perspective really helps a lot of times. Is that good enough? There's a bit more form now, and that really is what counts. Let's see. We got ourselves some music going in the background, chat. And we've got ourselves some art going on right here in front of us. And what more can you really ask for? We are in. And then maybe. Anyhow, we'll have to try and figure it out with the pen. Hope for the best with the pen, really. All right, next. See if there's anything special about her. Not so much. But it is thick material. That's the one thing. How can we make sure that we're constantly telling that visually, chat? So yeah, this is about right. And if we're gonna include the hand, chat, this is a tight area to try and do that with. This would be the chair, yeah? So how do we do this? This would be the chair. There's her hand. And then this part. Which means chat. Her hand would be more like here, or even, we could even have it here, gripping down, doing her best to hold on and angle her magic attack. And then that means the arm would be like here. And then this part, her shoulder would be back and up. And this would be here. There. Is that anything, chat? How you feeling on that one? Her hand would have to be bigger because it's so foreground. Which is nice. We rarely get a chance to really showcase a character's hand up close like that. All right, how's that look? It's something. I think the elbow would actually be lower, chat. So let's see how that would look. Pretty much right where we had it originally in the original design doc. I'm thinking, which is like around here and up. And then this. All right, now we got all these little lines, so let's start carving them out. So that way we can see what we're working with here. Music's picking up, chat. It's starting to sound pretty good. And if we're lucky, if we're real lucky, chat, this will look good and work visually. Even if we gotta add some details to it, which of course, we always do. Is that good enough? No. What if we lock the shoulder forward? Like so. Did that do anything, chat? Not necessarily. All right, we gotta push this one back. Like so. A little better. This is good too because yeah, we want that volume, chat. We want volume. Because if there's just a simple answer, if you got to boil it all away between comics and manga, it's three-dimensional volume. Now, of course, like I said, that's after you boil away everything, clear the leaves off the yard, rake the grass, and, pick up all the sticks and everything. What you're left with is that. So actually, we could go more like this even. Let's see if that's about right. So yeah, you're removing a lot of good stuff by saying that. But again, sometimes that's a nice foundation to make a topic from. And then, you just go from there. All right, we got something. If we're doing this sort of foreshortening, we need a little bit more going on here, maybe. Maybe. All right. Now again, we can make this pencil drawing look so great, right? Doesn't matter. We need to have the inked version look good. And that means that, yeah, the pencil drawing might not look super great. That's all right. Doesn't need to. Not unless we were going to take a photo of it and use it for later as like, oh, look what we can do. Is it good enough? That's the other indication, Chad. Sometimes we just need it good enough. Well, that's exactly what I was saying, wasn't it, though? It needs to be good enough. So that way we can make it even better once we ink it. All right, let's get a jacket on. Studio's cold. Something about that's throwing me off, though. Something still doesn't look right. I mean, besides the other arm needs to be adjusted too. We're just waiting. maybe once we fix the other arm, the first arm will look good again too. Because that's always a possibility. But let's see. Let's try and cut some of this out. Okay, that's something. And am I satisfied with everything else? Maybe. I almost want to say, let's see how the hand will look. Because... yeah, we're going to be quiet for a second, chat, because this is that moment where it's like, great. If this doesn't look good, chat, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. All right, and then this part. I think we actually got a, no, thankfully we got a good long album over here, chat. Is that good enough? Or does it need to be like down, like so? Okay. All right, that's... And then, what can we do over here? Or does it need to be something more like this? And then here, that's like so. That's a tough one, chat. Oh, the camera goes like, it spazzes. Yeah. Let's see. All right, we're almost there, chat. We're almost there with the hand. Then we can play around with the camera some more and make it try to focus on something that it's like, oh, I didn't expect you to do that. Give me warning next time. Maybe we should just have the thumb floating, like. So which one do we choose? Let's see. What's rough is that normally, though, chat, her thumb would be hidden. What if she could, like, grip it somehow? Like in a sideways grip, I wonder. About it later, one at a time. Let's use one of the small erasers to get rid of the extra little bit. All right. Should we just connect this one? However we ink it, we'll probably end up having to correct it anyway. All right, so I think we're ready for the other arm now, Chad. So we got the chair. Yeah, it's something else, Chad. It's developing into a new way. Because we didn't have the chair in there before. Well, now we do. The other arm. God, the other arm. There's actually something else we gotta do, chat. Let's see. We can't forget about certain elements of the outfit. Let's put it like so. And this part kind of goes up like this. Looks okay. Looks done, kinda. Let's see how this looks. Let's go like so, and then this. And then like so. There, is that good enough? We just cut it out of what already was existing. Seems about right, chat. Seems about right. Would this part be more, or would it actually shoot out? In any case, like this. And then, I actually want this more upwards, I believe. So let's see how that'll look. Like so. Then we get the second one here. And then out. There. We can really start inking this now, chat. And I think we do need to replay the music. Let's get over to it. Excellent, chat. We're about to start inking. Because this looks about right. Mostly. I think, actually though, chat. Is it good though? Let's experiment just a little bit more. We're trying this again, getting that foreground element going. Let's see. So we're actually flipping it around, chat, to see how it looks on the other side. It seems a little bit better now. But which line do we remove, chat? Which line do we remove? I wonder. Let's see. Would this work? This is working, chat. It seems to be working okay. I actually like that line. I don't know how to keep that one, chat. It seems like this one right there. It seems to... I wonder if we can't just follow it and just give a little tiny hint. Maybe like that. Let's see. We're doing that flip around, chat. We're looking at it backwards. And then if we remove that line now, will it still look as full? Because we can always add it back in, chat, especially since we're not erasing it completely. We've had to do that a couple of times. No, I don't like that little line now. So if we get rid of it, will it look like anything? So here's penciling, chat. Penciling is maybe the least exciting part, unless you yourself have gone through those. Because what is it? This is our Control Z right now. All right, that's good. And then I want this just a little bit thicker, like this. And then this part would be a little bigger also. That's going to be something for the inking, though. That's obviously inking. Let's get the camera back from where we keep nudging it. All right. Everything is looking right and ready to be finalized with some ink. Unless we're missing something, chat. If you can see anything that needs to be touched up on even more, definitely let us know. You know what we're doing, trying to do, chat? Trying to do that manga thing. It doesn't work. Like that. Yeah, but it works for a reason, though, chat. It works for a reason. We will... Just a few moments, chat. We're trying to decide if we want this. I think I got it. Well, I hope we didn't ruin our pencil, chat, because I'm not sure when this is supposed to go. So we can just erase a few more things, chat, and then dive right back in with inking. And we don't really have much of a discussion topic going right now, but that's just because this part, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and blame the penciling, regardless of how true that might be. But honestly, though, there's truth to it. All right, now I'm thinking, what if we could just hide the one finger underneath like that, and then cut through there? Like this? Does that look any better? I don't think so, chat. I think I like the larger outside. Or maybe not. Come on, we gotta try this. Like, you know what I'm gonna do, chat? Let's go in and just try again. We'll start over. All through here. First knuckle. And then let's see if we can extend this. I think it's worse now. Maybe? Yeah. All right, let's try again. One more time. So the big problem, chat, is with the thumb. Let's try like. How's that, chat? Does that convey a bit more information that we want to convey? All right, that's something. Yeah, it's just focusing purely on the one dolphin snout. Cool. Take a quick moment to compose. So that's sure. I don't know, chat. The way the hand looked earlier versus the way the hand looked now. I can compare them, actually. This is awesome. Let's see. Let's go on in and compare the one versus the other. Oh, we didn't actually do it? Oh, that's annoying. Well, let's see. And then we got this part. All right, we're gonna go in and ink. We have to. Any more, and I'll just keep going over and over and over with it. Where are we gonna begin? Oh, you know what though too? We also need that little hood section a little bigger. I think. Like so. Cool. This is good. And it only took us 57 minutes, chat. Whew. Yeah, we're taking a quick little break right now. Let's put that up on the screen. While we just sit back and literally enjoy a cup of coffee. What are we gonna use to ink? Did we find a pen recently, chat? No, I think we've just been using this one. It's actually gonna be really interesting to ink though, because the pencils on there are really thick. Let's do that thing we did a second ago, chat. Let's go ahead and just, since we didn't save the previous hand, let's go ahead and get this one up here. So now we can start lightening this one up. Yeah, we should lighten up everything. And then we clean this. We can just use the other side, kinda. No, let's not do that. So doing this though, chat, we end up potentially missing out on some cool details. But again, we don't want to capture those details in pencil. We want them in ink. not bad. And then what? I think the one thing I don't want is this one here. It's this part, chat. We gotta watch out with our own sleeves. We don't want to damage the page. Trying to read. The transition time from pencil to ink, chat, it's something. But before I want to get back. And then lots of like branches and things. Maybe here. Then more trees. What we really should do is a vanishing point. Maybe like here. Like that. Like this. And like so. With a horizon line there. And then we want lots and lots of foliage and things. And then trees in the back, like so far back. But then there'd be also stuff in the foreground and just all sorts of things. Populating this background though, what if we just pulled up a reference photo already, right, chat? Like, definitely just use a reference photo. Because it's what? How many lines exactly? It's this part, chat. This part that is hard to imagine. Plus, two, it's got to be drawn around a hand. Oh, but you know what we could do? It's all like destruction and damaged area and stomping and crushing. So like we have like broken tree limbs and stuff like that. Can this function? Can this work? We have like plants and things leaning in. Maybe even like a fallen tree over here. Can this work? We'll get it to work, chat. And like stuff over here. There. And it looks like a bunch of squiggles and lines. And yeah, you know what it is. But does it look good enough? Does that work? It might. Really wanted to already have this inked. How are we gonna go in there, chat? I actually want to search for one more pen. Because the one that we got, the last remaining pen that really kind of works, it's a little too thick. It'll be okay for the hand, possibly, but even then, I don't want that hand. Is it actually okay? Or we can just try. All right, let's just get in there. Anne's woken up. Let's start. And we got the filigree, the way it connects, the way it gets lost in the hair, the forehead, the connection, then this part, and here. Her eyes. What do her eyes look like, Chad? Yeah, I remember. Then we've got this part that goes like so. I wonder if maybe like this. And then we got the ear. How's her hair though? We're almost. Hey, what do we got here? We've got the best viewers on chat. That's right. There are the best viewers here on chat. Right here in chat. With this. Where's the welcome button? Let's see, let's close that. It wasn't held or anything. It was just welcome on in. So what do? We just that? Do we still have our message? No, it was unpinned or something. Yeah. Best viewers in chat, right here in chat. No doubt about that. Now, the hair. We need to figure out that. Oh, we still got the pinned message. That's good. Yeah. We don't have any user. We don't have any idea of the day. Question idea of the day loaded up just yet. All right, I see how her hair would be. Is this the right pen for it though? Let's just use it. Let's just see how it looks. And this is a bow, right? There we go. And then we go back up through this, all through there, and then this top part. We get her hair. Then this part here. Good stuff. There. Did we accomplish it, chat? Do you think? Let's see. Something. We'll leave that there just for right now and proceed with the rest of what we got to do. We'll do this. I can't say we can't say it was super successful, chat. Mostly because we wanted like this. Yeah, and the camera's not going to focus on that. Not when there's dolphins to focus on instead. No, man. That's something. What can we do to fix it? You know what it is too? We had all these little details and things that were all thrown out there with the pencil, and then we just we ate up once we got rid of it. Well, one thing we can do, chat, is finish inking it, then erase, and then we'll see what we're left with. And like I said before, just have to make it better if we're able to. So yeah, got some music playing gently in the background. We've got some pen in your face. And then we've got some art getting made. All while we're hanging out in the, probably the more better category, since you can't really see the art as it's getting created. It's more of just hang out together and, co-work. It's kind of nice trying out the categories, seeing how we work with it, how we like it, and see if it works for anyone else as well. And hope for the best. Let's go through here, this part, get in under there, get the thumb, There, is that looking all right? Maybe. We really liked what we had before, though, chat, but we got rid of it before we could save it. This, I think we could have used, how's it go? The Micron. And this part. And then here. Yeah, now it focuses a little bit easier. That eye is looking like something else, chat. And I think I know why. I almost wonder. Does that work? Yeah, maybe. Then we'll switch over to Micron for a quick second. Let's see. And then this part down here, where she's like, maybe this is good. And this one here. And then this part. Yeah, that bottom part needs to get microned. And go through there. All right. It's building up, chat. We're getting into the inking before the 2-hour mark. That's something. Even if, though, chat, it's not looking how we were hoping. But maybe it's looking how we need. No way to know. It looks like there is a way to get this pen to do a little more of a thin lines. And then how do we have it here? No, like this. Then here we got 1 and 2. There. All right. Let's do the micron again for the chair. So we could probably use the brush for the chair. So here we got the curve right here, it goes on down, hoping that everything connects and touches well. Add that in. Right there. No. try it like this. Like that. So there, and then here. I think our music's getting tired, shit. Maybe. How's everything going with stream? Everything seems alright. You know what's left, right? Chat. We've got the other arm. How are we gonna go in and do that one? We did the foreground mostly. I wonder how that face is gonna look once we start erasing all that pencil. I wonder. I think we're stuck using this pen, chat, just because I don't want it to be too... We can always go over it. That's the best part. So that's that. This part over here. Up and around, chat. Got lots going around there. And the fingers. You could probably make the music even lower, more quiet. Depends. How are you enjoying it, chat? Is it working for your co-working session? If you're out here working your codes? I think this one actually has to be more like this way. Alright, how are we feeling in chat? Of course, the camera's not going to tell us, not exactly. That little cut is a little too dark. So we got to figure that out. Come on back. I think we can get in there and start erasing. Maybe. Just to fix up that face. Yeah, definitely. Let's try. It's gonna mess up some of the lines, but hey, we can always replace them. Let's see what happens. So this part is always interesting because I don't know how much of the ink will get lifted, but since we went over the page already with the eraser, most of the powder that the ink is going to be sitting on has already been lifted off. Now we didn't do that so much with the hand, which is why this part's kind of lifting. But just keep it going. see what else we got here. And then we got to be very careful right over here, chat. Horribly careful around the edges. Because at any time, the page could lift up, fold over on itself, and then the motion of the erasing seals the fold. And then we'll have a nice inclusion added into the drawing that we didn't mean to include. Alright, so that's that. Now, I was thinking this line right here doesn't work for her. Let's see how right that is. Maybe like that. We can leave a little of it. So that it's like, again, it won't focus as long as there's dolphins on the screen. But let me just use my eyes. Maybe this. I don't think it's gonna. And then this one right here. Actually, should be darkening in that eyebrow. But for now, we've got something. You know what? We'll just go with the whole idea that, there's effects being applied. We've done that before. We're still there. Let's just enjoy the fact that we can use that one more time. Then let's see how this will look if we add this in there. Adding this on top of pencil is a little premature, but I just want to see how that'll look. Yeah, that'll be fine. I think I can gently go around the hand while still leaving the white out. Or either the white gel pen. Should be able to get the majority of all the pencil that we need to get rid of. If we're real gentle about it. All right, there. In fact, it just makes it look like the shadow of her fingernail, really. So that'll, we could apply that to the other ones. That'll look cool. Ah, there. We inked her, chat. We got her inked. Now we can start working on the background of this section and all this background over here. There's a lot of it. It's, you know what it is, though? That background is multiple foregrounds. Like, so that's how we'll start it. And then we'll layer more and more backgrounds behind. Again, all stuff that we could be doing with painting. But we decided to go in with ink just to see if, after all this time, what it took to finally finish these pages. If we were to be doing them way back when. Considering that it's taking a lot. But yeah, this co-working and studying is helping you out with something too. Maybe a project that you haven't gotten done that now you're enjoying. Finally, at last. What do we need to do now? Let's just start on this, because if we try to leave all that for the end, that's going to be annoying and bothersome. And we can always add more. It's just foliage, it's just destruction. And the minute we said that it was destruction, we got interested. We're like, oh, we can draw that. know what else I want to do? I want to darken the hand. No, maybe we won't need to. You know what we can do in here, though? We can add this part. Oh. Like that. Like that. And then like this. Like this. All right, that's something. All right, music's still going good. Let's take a quick break to stretch. And, we need the little dog, though, because it ain't a BRB without the little dog. Like that. gotta admit, it's not gonna be much of a ASMR upload if I'm not even talking all that much right now. But we're just gonna keep pushing on. Just a few more moments. We really need something that'll indicate how long a break is gonna be for or whatever. But yeah, let's give ourselves just a little bit longer, and we'll get in and finish up the rest of this chat. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. back and refilled. Now, we've got some foreground elements to start drawing all through here. What are we going to start with, though, Chad? We just need to show that there's something going on back there, or that there was something going back there, because this is the first, I think the first time we'll actually see what's behind the wall. I suppose, chat, when we do the upload on YouTube, we could cut out that section. But I mean, why? I mean, we got music. So that's an idea. Speaking of, trying to think of how that could be a question of the day idea. But we'll keep thinking about it. Actually, all we can really do, chat, is just trust the pencil. So, and there's a lesson that it needs to be learned over and over and over again. Just trust what you've drawn and get in there. Let's try. If it looks awful, we'll just white out the whole thing. And if it looks great, hey, mission accomplished. All right, let's make sure that the pencil is awake. Looks good. Let's get this over a little. Yeah, it looks great. And then we'll start with this little rose. What sort of we gotta actually, that's kind of cool. These look like flowers, like leafy plants and things. All right, now, which parts are, you know what? No, actually, if these are all like little leafy plants, takes care of what we were actually hoping for, an alternative to just trees. So if we got a bunch of leaf and foliage, that's what we wanted. Let's see. A lot of the foliage stems, but then let's see if this is good. Then we got the stem over here. So right now what I'm trying to do is fill in where would the stems be. Well, I guess this works, right, chat? Because we can just cover it up. The other thing is too, I don't want it to make it look like squiggly lines. I want them to be a little more clean in the background there. Yeah. Actually, the bigger the better, it looks like, chat. Because of the size back here, we don't have that much room. So we're gonna have to restart the music in a moment or two, chat. I know that much. Actually, it's an album this time, chat. Let's see. And this one might call it the stream to be muted. So hey, you know what? That's win-win, right? Because we had so much that dead space, the dead air. Let's see. How's this gonna look back here? We'll want more of those leaves, right? So let's draw them. What's neat, chat, is that again, didn't even expect to be doing this right now. Not the background necessarily, but just big leaves. Why is our music so quiet? Is this just Oh, it's getting built up, chat, that's all. Is this working? Yeah, it looks like a plant. Okay, looks like something. This is so nice, chat, to be able to have something to look at outside of just our own interpretation. Maybe some vines and things. Then we'll have like little budding, flowering sections. Like so, like that. Is that something? Does that look okay? Oh yeah, chat, that's starting to look decorated. That's neat. And then here's the one cool thing, chat, and I try not to do this. Like let's say we blurred the background, right, digitally. I tried looking up to see what kind of techniques to use to have the image look already blurred. It's not an easy technique, chat. Not for me, not the way I was looking for it. Also, I never looked up little how-to in tutorials. Maybe I should have, because maybe someone else has keyed in on the solution for that. Because how neat would it be to be able to make this look blurred? I found a few different ways, but I forgot which ones work and which ones don't, chat. And just going in there with your eraser, oh, that's not going to work. Not at all. This small section, I think this will be okay to do it like this with lots of little leaves and things. this. So yeah, we're drawing like vines and plants and things, chat. And we're trying to do it in such a way that it doesn't draw attention. Should be all right. We'll need to figure out what to do with that wall. There's a lot of ink on this page, chat. Jeez. Hope that's translating to looking cool. Let's pour ourselves another cup of coffee. So which one do we use, chat? The fresh cup, the fresh pot, or the old pot? Maybe we should have went for the fresh cup, because this old one is, that's an ice cube, chat. That's cold coffee. And we were already cold to begin with, so. How are we gonna draw the ground? Let's just try our best. So this is like stomping, right? And that means they like stuff like that. And then this, like so. We have no idea, chat, if this is gonna work, but here goes. I think we get one more song in the playlist, the CD, unless we don't. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Good. I don't know if this is gonna work, chat. We gotta take a step back and find out. Then there's like another set like that, like this, and then same thing here, and then we'll try it like this. Again, chat, where this is unfamiliar territory. We never really did two sets of like stomping footprints and things. Doesn't look like anything, chat. Let's see. Yeah, maybe, right? Maybe have one big one right here. Yeah, see, we're working around the thumb, which typically is not cool to do. But honestly, Chad, I cannot. The one thing I don't want to do is draw attention away from the actual central image. We might be okay for the stomping. The ground, we'll try. We'll just try it. Again, we can always get rid of it if needed. Let's see. There's no way to know. Because it's not my interpretation that matters, chat. It's the readers. All right, now let's start drawing some foliage again. foliage over here. I don't know, chat. How are you feeling this category versus art? I mean, right? This is all you would see anyway, right? So yeah, maybe co-working is the right category indeed. No idea. Because yeah, here we are. We're talking less too than the art chat category, but that's because we are intent on getting this done. The Dolphins haven't. We got it back successfully, chat. All right, how's it looking? Oh, I actually can't see it, like, at all. But as long as the... Oh yeah, we still have to do this part, chat. That has to look all cool. Oh, there's so much going on. And we poured ourselves a cold cup of coffee. What were we even thinking? Let's rectify that mistake now. So, let's work, chat. Take your bets. Oh, you know what we can do instead? We can put this up. Back in a second. Just grab ourselves a different cup and pour from the proper pot this time. Ready for the little ASMR chat? And no speckles this time either. Well, coffee spots. We might still speckle it by accident. That could always happen. Oh, 2 hours, chat. We've been in this 2 hours minus, I don't know how many break minutes, maybe 20. So we've been in this about 2 3/4 of an hour, or 1 3/4, or 2/4 of an hour. Yeah, that ain't too bad. So I thought this part was skipping out on me, chat. Turns out, oh, you can actually see the red from this pen. The camera actually picks it up a little bit, which is why this particular pen is not a good idea. But we're using it anyway. Oh, we don't want to draw it too dark either though, chat. Not in this section. It's such a strange thing. We need it not too detailed. We just need it harmonious with the rest of the image. That's ultimately it. And we need trees and background foliage. Maybe we should just draw, right? And again, just trust the pencils. We've already got some stuff to draw back here. Oh, you can barely see it. We already got some stuff to draw back here, chat. Maybe we should just draw that. Because they look cool. They're like flower buds, and leaves. So what's nuts, chat, is that these leaves are like the size of a person because they should not be that large, especially in comparison to the machines in the foreground. All right, we got to restart the album, chat. We actually want to look to see what else we've got to listen to. Because while this was excellent, I've already listened to it a couple of times. So let's take a moment now and see what else we can find. Because, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be audio muted. And if that's the case, maybe we can get some sections that won't be muted. So we can have something to put on YouTube. Let's see what we can find. All right, we got, what is it? We got BRB. Nah, we don't need that just yet. But is it going to sound good? Audio muted though. Let's see if this sounds good. We're probably gonna have an AI chat, so bear with us on that. Yeah, we'll do this. Even though we're right here, because who knows how long it's gonna be before the music begins. Then we gotta keep it playing too. There we are. Now, how full does that look to you, chat? Like it needs more stuff. It needs way more stuff back there. Let's add it in. Nothing left to do. But just keep on adding. Then this part here. And then this part. That doesn't look so bad, right? Let's see. Again, we just got to make sure that it's not taking away from the central element. The fill-in that'll go right there will do a lot to bring this image forward. That we already drew right there, and we got to erase it. That's going to hurt the hand a bit, but we're already thinking about going over that. We can draw like little plants inside here. Then that like that. Plants. Little plants all through here. Stuff growing, stuff trying to thrive and survive. about that right now. What else can we do, chat? This little white section right there. I think I see something that we can do back there already. Let's try like this. Then we've got this right here. How's everything looking over here, chat? Seems all right. We're so far off. Okay, so like this literally is the live area, and we're not using it whatsoever, mostly, chat, because the camera itself is in our way. Live. Let's see if anything good can come of it. Point this down slightly. Bring this up. Bring it around. Around. Like this? What do you think, chat? So then what I'm drawing, right? Bring the dolphins forward. Bring this forward. And now we don't have the lights. Can't not have the lights, chat. Is that right? Is that all right? Big old tail in front of the camera. All right, we'll test that out. Let's see how we like it. What's this part up here? Okay, yeah, I see what's going on. That ain't bad. And then everything's still good with our machinery, chat. Let's give it a check. Yeah, looks all right. We'll rotate this back around. Let's give it a chance. Cool, so now you're getting the dolphin's perspective. Let's make sure that's still working good. Good. Music's all right. Excellent. No. A little bit different. Will it be even better? How you like that one, chat? So let's say, yeah, see, that doesn't flip it around. Let's see, so you'll still be able to see some of what's being created. And that's what matters, right? Let's say, yeah, that ain't too bad. All right, let's keep it going, chat. Then, CD's still going strong. We're going good. Where's the other trees? Those that stuck around, good job. You did the right thing. Thanks for that. Because, yeah, stream will crash. That's part of streaming on Twitch. Where's the rest of the trees? Where can they go? Here, let's start doing with the constant chat. I really want that camera to be horizontal again, though. And once it gets twisted, it tends to stay like that. I wonder... I don't think there's any way to mess with it from here inside Stream Manager, though, chat. Doesn't matter, though. Wonder how it's gonna read, because it says, you know, if the stream is horizontal or vertical. I guess we'll find out. Let's get in there. So there. Something there. And then more plants there. And then we got little stuff on the ground all through here. I think that'll look pretty good. Because again, everything is small compared to these machines. That's the thing we got to keep in mind. But also, we want the foliage to be huge, wild, and unexpected. And we get a tiny little bit over here, nothing much. What about up this over here, chat? I think we get nothing up there. So that should be good. Let's try to do something about the horizontal vertical feed.